This video is brought to you by BossRootin.com.
Fight me, a fearless expression. What are you willing to fight for?
And PowerPerformanceProducts.com, where you can receive $10 off your purchase of Body Storm and Body Effects.
What he's done is amazing. He did it in 1 year. Anderson Silva has been doing it since like 2006. It's just until Anderson Silva loses, gets knocked off that top notch, or until we do him and Jon Jones. You know what I mean? I think he's number one. I think he's the number one pound for pound best fighter in the world. Leading up to this fight, I started to think about the Rashad Evans thing, and Rashad Evans, as long as he won the heavyweight Ultimate Fighter, he has only been beat by Machida, and now Jon Jones. I mean, realistically, Rashad could have been up there as one of the pound for pound best in the world. When you see some of the guys that are on that list, Rashad probably should have been on there. But Rashad's got one of those, it's a weird thing. The guy still gets booed, and, I think because of his appeal to the fans, he probably doesn't get the respect that he really deserves. He took Jon Jones longer than anybody ever else has tonight.
What if Jon gets by Henderson? I mean, obviously that's a big fight, a big what if.
Yeah.
But, I mean, people are already starting to look at, like, Gustafsson and saying, is that the guy? I mean, it seems like there's already not many challenges left. I know you never tell guys where to fight, but if he gets by Henderson, do you start saying, hey, maybe heavyweight or maybe this Anderson fight?
Yeah.
What do you do?
Yeah, I think that, Anderson Silva has 4 fights left on his contract. And, I've heard him talk about retiring, and which makes sense. It's, the guys, what a lot of people don't realize about Anderson, too, we're talking about a 24-year-old kid. Anderson Silva's fucking 38 years old and still doing amazing things and demolishing people. I mean, you really got to put it all into perspective. When Jon Jones is 30 and has dominated 2 weight classes, and or sooner, we'll see what happens with him in the future. But to deny Anderson Silva is the best fighter in the world and probably the best ever is tough to do right now. He is no doubt about it becoming a crossover star. He's a good-looking kid. He speaks well, and he still has that young naiveness to him. You know what I mean? But when he gets into the octagon, he's a beast, and he destroys people. And like I said earlier, tonight was a big night for him. Tonight, it was good for him to go 5 rounds. It was good for him to be nervous in the fight against Rashad. All the things that he went to another level tonight. He learned a lot, and yeah. The long-winded answer to your question is yes, I do. I think he is.
Do you feel like he let off the gas at all, though, a little bit? Maybe round 4, kind of took it off, round 5?
Well, I don't think he took it off. I think what happened is, in that second round, he was dropping elbows like they were hands. I mean, he was throwing elbows like they were hands. He was doing all this stuff. It looked like he was getting really comfortable and getting into a groove, and I thought in the third round he was going to come out and do twice as much as he did, but the credit to Rashad shut a lot of that stuff down. And, Rashad's a dangerous guy, and he knew it. And he fought the fight that he had to fight.
Rashad said that he's a 205er, but he did say maybe opportunities at 185. Does that intrigue you at all? I mean, it seems like he could maybe get down to 185.
Yeah, I don't know. I honestly have never thought about it. We'll see what happens.
Would you like to see Lyoto Machida against Evans once again?
Yeah, anything can happen. We'll see. That 205-pound division's so stacked, anything could happen.
What about Gustafsson? Maybe Machida or Shogun?
Yeah. There's a lot of things we can do in that weight division. It's always and always will be a fun weight division.
Do you think Evans would ever get a rematch with Jones? Do you foresee that something happening in the future?
Anything's possible. I mean, if they keep winning, absolutely.
Is there a ballpark date for Henderson yet? I mean, did you have an idea coming into tonight?
No.
If everybody's healthy?
Nothing.
Just
Yeah.
that's the fight.
Yeah, I never do because, obviously, listen, if I could turn guys around like this, it's great for us to keep guys, and plus it's great for the sport and for the guys who are actually fighting to keep them out there. Look at how long, it's the other thing too, Rashad was off for so long when he went through those injuries, and then his opponents got injured and all the stuff that happened. I like to keep guys active. I like to keep them fighting. And Jon Jones likes to stay busy. He's young, man.
Take off, and then he's like, I'm ready to get
Yeah, exactly. He's like, I need to take some, that's what they all do, though. They all want some time off. They get home for a couple weeks, man, watch a couple UFCs on TV, and they want to get back in there.
UFC 149 in Calgary, that could be a possibility for that. Or how about the lightweight title? What do you think about that card?
Calgary could be a possibility. Yeah.
Do you have an idea who Aldo's facing at that card yet? Still not?
No, we've been kicking some names around, though. We're getting close. I'll have something soon. He needs to stay at 205. He can make 205. This is where he needs to stay. You know, once he cleans out a division and shit starts getting a little old and stale, then maybe he makes that jump to heavyweight. Let me tell you what, man. Jon Jones is a physical specimen. The guy is huge at 205 pounds. He's out there doing things, and not only is he a big guy, he's super athletic and he's throwing elbows like they were hands tonight. You move up to heavyweight, you got fucking Junior Dos Santos up there. Guy's got bombs in his hands. You got, you know, if you look at Travis tonight, you got some big, serious dudes at heavyweight. It's a big jump. It's not just like, hey, he's a big guy. He should go up and have some fun at heavyweight. Yeah, it's not going to be that fun at heavyweight. Guy is eventually, naturally, going to have to go to heavyweight because he's so big. He's 24 years old, and as he gets older, it's going to be harder to cut that weight. It's going to be harder to stay as lean as he is, and it'll just naturally happen. If I was him, you know, and I'm not his coach, his advisor, or anything else, I would wait till that naturally happens. Get a lot of experience at 205 before you head up there to heavyweight.
Do people, including us, jump the gun on this? I mean, for years it was GSP needs to move up, and then it was Anderson needs to move up. Now it's Jones. Isn't it okay just to be great at one weight class?
Fucking right it is. Let me tell you what, I wouldn't be too itchy to jump up to heavyweight. I would not. It's a whole nother, dude, it's a whole nother level. Exactly. Like that. When the heavyweights get in there, you're like, ooh, here we go, man. And Junior Dos Santos and guys at that size, Frank Mir. Get down on the ground with Frank Mir, man, and let him grab onto something. It's a whole nother fucking ball game at heavyweight.
Godspeed and party on.